Samsung's next Galaxy Unpacked event is happening July 9th. There are some big reveals incoming, and I'll talk about everything to expect right here in this video. But just so you know, I'm also going to link to a live blog tracking all the breaking Samsung news in the description for you to check out. Let's jump right into it. One of the biggest phone launches every year is the flagship Galaxy Z Fold, which will most likely be called the Z Fold 7. I'll tell you, this one's tricky though, because the leaks haven't just been about one new book-style Samsung foldable, but possibly two. Alongside the standard Fold 7, rumors suggest Samsung may debut a new Fold 7 Ultra, possibly with a titanium build, better cameras, and thinner bezels, and basically the kind of premium touches you get with the Galaxy S25 Ultra. Or maybe Samsung is just going to rename the Galaxy Z Fold 7 the Ultra. If there is a regular Z Fold 7, here's what's likely: a slimmer design than the Z Fold 6, an upgraded hinge with better durability, and the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 powering all things Galaxy AI under the hood, and likely a brighter inner display, maybe with an anti-reflective coating. And although we've seen a lot of interesting foldable concept devices from Samsung and Samsung Display, I'm not expecting any new folding formats this year. No rollables, no trifolds, at least not yet. Now, let's move on to the Z Flip 7. The rumors here are definitely more subtle, but still important. We're expecting a bigger 4-inch cover display, which may be enough to make us forget the Motorola Razr Ultra. As for battery life, apparently a more efficient chipset and larger 4300 mAh battery should result in some improvements. What people like me are hoping for but may not happen, a less noticeable crease and a truly flagship tier camera setup. But something's telling me this year's Flip might be more about refining the experience than reinventing it. Samsung's wearable family might be getting the biggest shakeup in years. Instead of just a Galaxy Watch 8 and Classic or a new Ultra 2, rumors suggest we could be getting all three. I remember when Apple did this a few years ago, and it definitely made headlines. Here's what we're hearing. All models will feature new temperature and stress sensors, lending to things like better sleep tracking, something that Samsung was already doing pretty well in my opinion. I'm also definitely expecting some news related to AI coaching, or basically something that proves Samsung's trying to turn your wrist into a personal trainer. For the Galaxy Watch 8 and Galaxy Watch 8 Classic, it'll mostly be internal upgrades, a faster chip in familiar designs, and remember the Classic version is meant to look more like a traditional fancy wristwatch, though it's TBD if it'll get the physical rotating bezel Samsung fans have always seemed to love. Then there's the new Watch Ultra 2, following up on what was released last year with a larger screen, rugged case, and extra hardware button, and a higher price to match. Think in the tier of the Apple Watch Ultra. Okay, last up we've got the wild card. Samsung's confirmed XR headset that's still codenamed Project Moohan will most likely get some kind of moment in the keynote. It's just a matter of how big that moment ends up being. It could be a full official reveal with specs and availability, or it could just be a one more thing style moment, another teaser to tide us over. For context, this headset has been designed in partnership with Google and Qualcomm, and this is supposed to be Samsung's Vision Pro rival, a mixed reality headset focused on productivity and spatial apps. We were able to briefly demo it back at Google I/O, but there's still a lot unknown, like the price and release date. That said, rumors say it'll be powered by the Snapdragon XR2 Gen 2 chip and micro OLED displays, running a custom Android XR interface. Like the Apple Vision Pro, it'll be controlled with hand and eye gestures. Who knows if it'll cost $3,500 like the Vision Pro though? Man, I hope it costs at least $1,000 less. Galaxy Unpacked 2025 is shaping up to be a pretty stacked event between the foldables, wearables, and maybe even a headset. This feels like as good a moment as any for Samsung to try to make a statement, not just about devices, but about their ecosystem at large, including advancements in AI. Again, the best way to get the latest Unpacked news is by heading over to that live blog linked in the description. In the meantime, let me know in the comments what you're most excited to see from the event. And just a heads up, we're expecting to get review units ASAP, so make sure you're subscribed with notifications on so you don't miss a thing. For Tom's Guide, this is Mark Spoonhour.